Hey, everybody. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Let me get the game set up capturing wise. It should have already tried to do that automatically, and it did it automatically. I just had to click on a window. The magic of trying to have all this stuff pre-set up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Brian. This is Ginger Prime, and what we're doing today is a lunch and loot. We're going to be stepping into the world of Pax Dei. I was finally invited in, and I'm very excited to share this with you guys today. If you have any questions and things like that about the game, feel free to sound off. If you want to jump in on the voice chat, as you'll hear a couple of other gamers like myself chatting it up, talking about video games, Sandbox, MMOs, and more, be a part of the Discord, which the links should be all in the description. If not, you can always use the command Discord to get the link. Jump in, come hang out. All I ask is have somewhat of a decent mic with not a lot of background noise, and it ends up being a good, fun time for everybody here. So, if you guys have been following the content for any period of time, be sure to like, sub, and share, as it's a great way. If you're watching this as a VOD, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to sound off in the comments. I think YouTube loves that when it happens. And I do want to say, kind of as a couple of special announcements before we get into the gameplay. First and foremost, tickets to my upcoming comedy show in Fort Worth and Hyenas is the top link in the description of this video. If you guys are in the Fort Worth area and you want to come out for some not safe for work comedy, that will be how you get started. And even if you don't or you can't make it, click that link anyway. I love to see that traffic flowing over to the website. Also, the second link is for the Instagram challenge. My comedians have challenged me to get to over 1,000 followers on Instagram. So that is the second link. And then finally, as kind of a last bit of a little bit of news or whatever, I'm going to see if we can't start bringing in occasionally a members appreciation stream. So thank you guys so much for the members. If you are a member here at the channel, make sure your YouTube is hooked up to Discord so you get your special roles, perks, and so much more beyond what is typically offered here at the channel. And I've been rolling out members early videos, early access to member videos, because YouTube finally updates it now so I can set it to when it goes to public. So it's been a really great feature. So I'm thinking about trying to bring that in as well, but we'll keep it also if I ever do that, there will be a free option for those who want to chat and just can't support, because at the end of the day, like, you know, if you guys need to run ad blockers, I want you to go have the best viewing experience possible wherever possible. This stream is also live everywhere, so links are all in the description. You got the news and information. I'm going to bring in Discord chat, and then we're going to get a character created. If I do miss any of y'all's chats, be sure just to tag like at Ginger Prime, or if you're on Twitch at Work to Game. That way I can ideally not miss it. I don't want to miss the things that you guys got to say, but we're bringing in the Discord chat room. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I think I do need to adjust the game screen just ever so slightly. Let me see if I can rearrange it here and see if it changes as a part of the capture. Boom, 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 boom. How's it going, dude, it's going great, man. I feel like I'm living my best life. Somebody was asking me, Captain was asking me about that earlier, and it's like, you know, the kids are healthy, we're all doing good. So life is good, man. How's life with you, man?
Great. I had my girlfriend move in with me about 3 weeks ago.
I'm getting a lot of background chatter. Is that from you?
No.
Who do I got? That's Mike. I'm gonna mute Mike here. There we go. Problem solved. Oh, so you moved in with your girlfriend. I guess both congrats, and I'm sorry.
No, it's awesome. She's a great girl.
Well, that's good, dude. I hope, what would keep you from marrying her then in that case?
Nothing, honestly.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, like, a lot of people play house, and legally speaking, like, to protect her, if you're thinking nothing's gonna keep you from marrying her, I would just probably pull that trigger, just as a heads up from a knowing lots of people where life happens and it goes, you know, unfortunately in a bad direction. Those who are just living together end up finding out, like, unfortunately the hard way with all that. Anyway, I don't need to start picking apart your life. it's just like the inner dad in me goes, oh, okay.
How many kids do you have, by the way?
I got 6 children.
6? Holy crap.
Dude, yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
good. Oh, dude, yeah. Like I always would encourage people, especially if they feel like they want to have kids. It's like, have a bunch of them. Don't. One of the things that I think that keeps a lot of people from having children is debt, though, and that's one of the things that also bites, young couples in the ass every freaking time. It's, like you could have a good relationship, but then the debt comes knocking, and then Murphy's Law will come into play. And like, for example, on our journey, my house sunk 6 inches on one side, and it cost me like $35,000.
Jeez.
So it's like life finds a way to kick you in the nuts every now and then.
Well, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
What does the Pax Dei have PvP yet or no?
So I think what I've understood based off of everything that they've added in as a part of this alpha, the first alpha is kind of like their building and peaceful aspect. But yes, they've talked about PvP. It's full loot PvP. However, I think there's going to be some rules and things like that. I covered it in a video not too long ago because like I know that whenever the PvP conversation comes up, it ends up being where like people are like, oh, I'm going to write the game off. And it's like, it sounds like they're thinking through and trying to introduce new technologies and systems to play. I think I'm just kind of looking through the presets here. But yeah, so I don't know if you're into PvP, but I think a Sandbox MMO, I think that's that's got to be a pillar of it.
Yeah, I'm heavily in the PvP. That's why I'm waiting for Throne and Liberty to come out.
Dude, Throne of Liberty's in it, like they're doing an interesting system too, where it's kind of event driven, so the world is safe, but then like apparently at night or at certain things, then all of a sudden it's like daggers come out or something like that.
Yeah, I got to play in that technical test.
Oh, sweet, dude. I wasn't able to get into that. But I think we'll probably have some more soon, namely because the Korean version is launching here in just like a week and a half or 2 weeks or something like that. I did not receive any extra keys, just heads up. Man, look at this. This is very gingerly. I like it. I like that we got beards, man. I'm sorry, like in some games where it's like it feels like we're just wishing beards would exist, and here we go.
My real life beard is down to my belly.
Well, you are a legend. I sometimes I get a wintry beard, let it grow out a little bit, but I end up my wife's always like, will you trim that up?
Do you game with your kids?
Yes. I don't feature them on stream though. Just as a heads up, because we actually do make YouTube content with the kids. However, we don't put it at public at all. We just save it like privately for family and whatnot. And the theory behind it is that if I ask them, they would say right now, yes, but they're kids and they don't really understand how things live on the internet. So what we've decided is that, yeah, we'll make videos with the kids and stuff like that. And then we'll enjoy them as a family. But then when they turn 18, when they are an adult and they can hopefully start to understand, like that things live on the internet forever, then they can choose at that point if they want to have those videos be public or not.
Cool. Is this your channel your main source of income, or is it just like
I'm a software engineer and a stand-up comedian, and that's what generates some the engineer is what actually pays for the kids and the house and stuff like that. But I do make a decent amount of money on YouTube content. Roughly speaking, I usually share my stats every month, kind of in a breakdown, because I run a couple different channels. And all in all, I generally bring in around $1,000 to $1,200 a month as a YouTuber. I have an editor that we're going to he was higher than that, but I haven't needed him on the shorts generation because I found an AI short generation tool which works like so fast and it's so much cheaper. So I'm gonna pay him $800 a month. So overall, you think that I get around $200 to $400 a month being a YouTuber.
That's what I'm gonna get into once Throne of Liberty comes out.
Dude, you should start now. You should start now if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Is that the hair I wish I had, Ginger? Yes. Let me just it's falling off, man. It's going away. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I always said like, so I've lost almost, I think, coming up on 50 pounds. I haven't officially got my my stats yet, but I've always said like I can be bald. Being bald doesn't bother me at all. I just can't be fat and bald. So I've still got a little bit more weight to lose. Still got a little jiggle in the step, but man, I tell you, feeling being the weight that I've lost so far has been phenomenal. Well, and it's actually accelerated because if you guys haven't been following my content, like we found the reason why I couldn't lose weight, and that's because I had a hormonal imbalance. We've gotten that fixed, and since that is now resolved, all right, Bryn's available, sweet. And since that's resolved, I have now been able to finally start losing weight. My body has stopped trying to just constantly hold on to the weight, and that's been the biggest game changer. Dude, where's your content? Like, so you said you're starting to do some Throne of Liberty. Like, now is the perfect time to actually start making those videos if you haven't already. How can I help you? How can I help you grow?
I'm gonna mostly be doing like tips, tricks, and like different gimmicks because when I played in the technical test, I found a bunch of interesting things that I think a lot of gamers didn't know about or still don't even know about the game. So I want to turn those into videos. Like, I found this really cool path on certain events that everything's ranked. So like there's things called activity ranks, and if you're number 1, you get that buff. There's like a certain buff that you get. And I found this path that you can use, that you can hit all the events all in one night, and you'll get like 2,000 activity points in one round. So I want to show the pathing of how to do that, because there's like these little treasure loot goblins that you can hit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they give you like all the mats, or I forgot what it was called, but it was some sort of things that you collect and then you turn them in. And many people didn't know about those things.
Oh, so guys,
highlight those things.
They have controller support. So you want to make sure that you're covering the news and everything. Now what a lot of young content creators make a lot of mistakes on is they say, I'm going to start when the game starts, and you're going to get beat out by everybody who's already covering the game, and that's just the nature of people are looking for information. So you need to make sure that you are the source for that information. So you should be hopefully making videos today. So don't start when the game starts. Start now so you can then establish that today, so that way when the game is launching, you're not completely forgotten about, because everybody's just going to navigate to the largest number. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I am so freaking happy that this game supports controller, guys.
Did you get do you know how many players can be on the server? Do you know?
I do not know yet for Pax Dei. That's beautiful though, guys.
Did you see Asmongold's guild that they built a giant castle on the lake?
I saw that as a highlight that showed up as a part of a recommendation, so I was like, his reaction was pretty cool. All right, tree branch, gather, E. Ooh, cool. All right. Can I hold shift? Oh, I can hold shift to run. This is great. The music and the ambiance is really quite nice. I wonder if somebody was building this house, or was this... Pottery kiln. Craft item. All right.
Did you ever get a chance to play Ashes of Creation?
So I haven't played Ashes yet. I haven't funded Ashes yet, namely because I'm waiting for more information about that game, if that makes sense.
That one's a possibility too. Like that one and Throne of Liberty, I think are going to be the top MMOs that are going to come out.
Let me change some of my settings. Lower the resolution here, see if that helps a little bit. Yeah, that feels better. I was like thinking I was getting a little stream lag.
So as a content creator, what would you say was like your starting point inflection that got you like your followers and stuff?
Well, so this is where things get interesting, because like I got started by doing podcasts. I really didn't understand content creation. And so I ended up just making podcasts, and eventually we ended up stepping into YouTube, taking the podcast on YouTube, and I ended up making a guide. And then that guide ended up like doing like really well. So I made another guide, and then I made another guide, and it was like, and then we got that level of traction. And so that ended up being a lot of fun. And then I kind of got the bug for it. So the reality, though, is that a lot of people don't understand what content creation is and then when people grow. So you really do grow off of hype when people are excited about things. And so I've ended up hitting what I call several hype waves where, like, oh, I'm covering this game. And I don't do it for every game because I'm not interested in it every game, but the people who grow really fast and get really big, they tend to basically whatever is the new hyped game, they're all about it. And then whenever the next new hype game comes in, they just drop that and move on. And then that essentially gives them that steamroll. And when I've benefited from the hype of a video game launch, it's always because I was already excited about it, and then all of a sudden the hype kicked in. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because what ends up happening is you got all the people spending the marketing dollars, and then people are like, oh, I want to learn about that game. And then that's why I was telling you, be sure to have content, because people are going to be excited about that game, and then they're going to search for it. And if you're not in the search results, then you're missing out on that opportunity to have that excitement growth in any community.
I think what's holding me back is that I couldn't record anything during the technical test.
Yeah.
So I don't really have any footage that I want to use for the topics that I want to go over.
Yeah. You don't need to worry about that, though. Like it sounds like you're stuck in analysis paralysis. There's plenty of footage that is already online that's been shared that you can use. So, like if that's holding you back, go and just start making videos. Like that's the thing, because if you find out like you don't like it, making videos now will also show that, rather than like, I know people who quit their job, and I'm just like, I do not understand you. Yeah, especially with kids. Like one of the things I also found from some content creators is that they lose the ability to kind of speak their mind about things, because they then always are worried about the number. Can I gather this, or I'm just kind of clicking around, guys. If anybody has tips about how I should be playing, please let me know.
I think you should join a guild first
In this game?
so that so you can be part of a group and just kind of get a castle and stuff.
Hello, everyone. Let's see here. Sample chest. Oh, it's locked. Oh, that's cool. Well, thanks for hanging out, Flurry. The chest on this side, is that why I couldn't open it? Or private container. Interesting. Okay, cool. All right. So have you played Pax Dei yet?
I have not. I was just watching a lot of videos from Asmongold.
The how did he get into a guild? I'm just kind of looking at, I guess, H for help.
He made his guild, and he has a lot of followers, so they're kind of just like worshiping.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Let's see here. This is a very much work in progress. That's, yep. Plots, building, and crafting. Press tab or I to open the inventory and find crafting in the upper navigation. Increase the window size. Yeah, I can. Cool. To build and craft, you need a construction hammer. In order to get one, you need to craft it. In order to build and craft, you need a construction hammer that you need to craft. To craft a hammer, collect 1 Ness rock and 2 breached sapwoods, also known as tree branches. All that is needed for ingredients can be found on the ground. In the craft menu, select the construction hammer and press C. Okay, let's start with that. All right, so tab. Craft. Okay, cool. Construction hammer and craft. Hey, all right, guys. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I like that too. Oh, and I earned experience from crafting. Thank you. That's awesome. All right.
I guess things can fail when you craft, huh?
Yeah, it sounds like they can. Let's see, inventory. All right, can I e-equip? Yes. Okay, cool. All right, now let's go back to craft. One hand stone axe. I need some more sapwood. Okay. Construction hammer. I already got that. And a torch needs more sapwood. Let's get some more sapwood. Before building houses, crafter, you have to claim a plot. Oh.
This is pretty cool because if you have a guild, you can connect your plots and combine them.
Okay. Maximize your buildable area by placing yours next to other plots. You have one unclaimed plot left. Very nice. We'll play around with that some more. How do I tab to get out of that? Okay, cool. Oh, that's my inventory. Okay, close that down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Find this inside.
Okay.
She's gonna be very bad.
Well, thank you for letting me know.
Every puppy was attacking me. Violet's eating chocolate. She's dying.
What?
She's dying.
No, don't give her chocolate.
No. She sees chocolate on the bottom.
Go pick up the chocolate that you left on the ground.
Daddy has more shirts and more underwear and more pants.
Yes.
Mom, Daddy, what's this?
That's a inflatable bed.
Who's it for?
For guests. All right, go out, go play, buddy. No, not right now, but we can play Legos after I get off work. Close the door. Love you. Close the door, you goofball. Hey, you gonna get in trouble? All right, I'm gonna remember that. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Back to the action. Looks like I gotta change the window. There we go. Sweet. Nevylink says Ness is pronounced nice. Oh. Okay, so that's bricks and clay. So I guess that's for find some tree branches. Interesting. I can kind of see the you can see the plots because I got the plot thing up. Oh, okay, so that's cool. So there's a free plot right here. Okay, let's go ahead. Plots. Unclaimed plot. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Wallstone foundation. I'm missing the ingredients. Okay. I don't want to exit the game. I want this box to kind of go away. Clan. Let me click on that. Find a clan. There we go. TFK. Pirates on here. Sweet. Looking for branches. That tag up between spells and inventory. Howdy. I don't know what they want me to do right now. I'm wondering if I'm not... How do... Let's see here. Let me unequip it. Oh, okay, there it goes. Mine just needed to unequip. Hammer. Sweet. All right, let's find some. I want to make an axe so that I can chop down trees, I guess. Oh, stamina has a real impact. Out of stamina, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, the stamina thing is one of the things that a lot of people are actually complaining about.
Oh, gamers are complaining about stamina.
It gets tedious after a while, especially considering that stamina also factors into chopping trees and such like that.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, that's one of the things that Asmongold was talking about in his playthroughs. Was he was talking about that the stamina thing should only really factor into combat. Anything out of combat shouldn't really worry too much about stamina.
Oh man, when we start over like making games super convenient, like there's knock-on effects.
Well, the thing about it is, I can understand where he's coming from because it's basically just an artificial thing that just stops you from doing what's already a kind of a slow process. It doesn't really. It's an unnecessary interruption.
Yeah.
But like I said, when it comes into play with combat, where you're trying to do a whole bunch of different moves at the same time, then it becomes necessary as a management resource. But in terms of just going around and chopping trees, and if it's just going to stop you for a few seconds rather than have any kind of significant impact, why even have it at all?
Well, I think what it's like when you have systems like that encourages like with natural built-in downtime and needing of rest, that encourages a market to sell buffs and things like that can restore your stamina, as opposed to just making everything unlimited and more. And that's one of the differences of where like what separates your game. And I get from like a mass market appeal, but that's where I don't think popularity and success should be joined at the hip. Oh, mustard. Interesting.
Well, I do agree. It's just, right now you're just now jumping into it, so you really hadn't, had to see it. But after a while, and you play with it, and you have it, basically stop what you're doing just for a few seconds before you have to manually restart it again, then ask yourself if it really is, worth it the way they've got it implemented. Yeah. Like I said, right now you're seeing it for the first time, so it hasn't had a chance to feel redundant to you.
Right, and that's what the only thing that can get me there is more time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right. I just like I always kind of just push back sometimes on the idea of like things are making things too easy. And like in a part of MMOs in my mind it is a level of like not tediousness, but just the idea that downtime we shouldn't have to fight or worry about downtime as like some kind of negative thing. Downtime and being bored in a game from a MMO perspective, leads into creativity and community and chatting, as opposed to like, well, but that's not going to appeal to the majority of players, because the majority of players are going to want that dopamine hit, etc.
Right, they got to find that happy medium where they kind of satisfy the majority. There might be some sacrifices that the Sandbox people have, and some Sandbox and some theme park people as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can find that sweet spot where the downtime, as you put it, isn't so boring that they feel like they shouldn't even be bothering with it, then I think that they'll actually really be onto something.
Yeah, this is pretty, like, I like it how it's beautiful. I like how you can see you see the other players. I'm just looking for some sticks. You got any wood? an axe. Oh, sweet. Welcome back. See, walking around, I just had to ask another player, and that would see. Those are the kind of the systems where it's like, what makes an MMO an MMO? I think when you look at like with Asmongold and all the big, like WoW and games like that, like those have defined what the genre is, and I'm excited to see people push back against that mindset of that theme park. Because I think overall, like when I hear people complain about the issues that they have with insert whatever game that's a theme park, it's like Sandbox actually has solved that problem. And I think that the future is going to be the Sand Park, where it is, theme, you got theme park with quests and things like that that kind of say go from here to here to here. And then you end up having the, the Sandbox elements of like, yeah, it's kind of this world. You got to create your gear and so much more.
I absolutely agree. I cut my MMO teeth on Ultima Online back when it was a thing, a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I know exactly what that's like, and I have been longing for a good solid sandbox MMO for a long time,
mm-hmm.
and Star Wars Galaxies was it for a while.
Yeah,
and now Star Citizen looks like it might be it if they can ever get it out. But this is looking really good too. So this might be my my next MMO that I actually get any kind of serious screen time on.
What's really cool about this is like that crafting that it did. It's like success and issues, and so it's kind of working, and you got to get. So I was able to craft an axe. Let me see if I can. Whoa! Game Then Grave resub for 1 month, tier 1 for 23 months. Just one more month till 2 years, dude. Thank you so much for that support over there. 23 months, you must be drunk. Let's see here. Drunk on life. Oh, okay. Here's the equipment pane. So I just have, do I have any other gear? Does it say? No? Okay. Cool. Inventory. Let's go back to the one-handed stone axe. And equip. There we go. Now. I cut down a tree. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. The tree's taking damage. I wonder if it's going to fall on me. So I see how, yeah, I'm gathering, and it uses stamina, but we'll see how that plays out over time.
Like I said, for a lot of people, it gets old really quickly. I mean, I know why they're doing it, but it's just one of those things that I guess it's probably something that a lot of people who are used to not having that kind of thing going on will just have to get used to.
Well, most likely they're gonna just bounce out and go to another game.
Mm-hmm.
And then when games report their numbers, people look at that and be like, "Oh, this game does not have enough people to do whatever." And it's like, no, like I think you're overthinking it. Like, is the game? That's why it's like popularity. I wish we could decouple it from success, because some game, oh, I saw somebody else cut down a tree and it fell. I love that. Whenever like people are like, oh, it's not the biggest game, it's like I don't care. I'm having fun. Like I just want to see some sandboxes really kind of take the world by storm, because I think with theme park, everybody knows how that's done. Okay, I can see how that. Yeah, I can see how the stamina. Like I was sprinting to the tree, and then I got to the tree and was out of stamina, because like I'm hitting it with my axe, and I don't feel like I'm draining my stamina in a way that's like not fun. And so then it's like, okay, I see how like, oh, I'm gonna go gather that tree, and then you get to the tree and you're like, I gotta wait around for. It's not like you wait around for like 5 minutes. It's like you wait around for a few seconds. I can see how that gamers can get frustrated by that, but I think having buffs and food and things like that can reduce that, you know, so that if that ends up being the case with gear and so much more. Oh, gotta move.
You want to know something interesting about chopping trees in this game? You can have multiple people working on the same tree.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
At the same time. Yeah, and see, that's another thing where the stamina thing comes in, because if you've got multiple people doing it, from what I understand, at least this is what I heard in Asmon's stream, was that the last person to get a hit in on the tree is the one that gets the goods. So it doesn't distribute the resources evenly among the people that have been.
See, if they do that, that would
be
be great, because then it's like, okay, let's go farm and stuff, and everybody's like doing the stuff. And a tree, it got stuck on something.
But right now, like I said, it's set up where the last person who gets a hit in on it is the one that gets all of the resources. So if you're wailing on a tree and somebody's like standing off to the side and waiting for you to get close to chopping it down, and then your stamina drops, they can just jump in right there and land the last couple of hits in on and get everything that you've been spending their time there working on because of that stamina interruption.
Yeah. Cosmos says popularity and success are the same thing in MMOs. No, like if an MMO is financially capable, but in terms of like if you're only going to play the popular games, then go for it.
The tree wasn't stuck, by the way. You have to chop it down even more.
Right, but it was floating in the air. I couldn't reach it. It wouldn't let me hit it. Does gear take damage? Like, is my axe taking damage? And I like that now that the tree's down. Now, this in a way also kind of looks like a much prettier Valheim. At least that's my experience so far. Oh yeah, Zimlith says enjoy Valheim. I enjoyed Valheim too. And if this ends up being kind of the MMO equivalent, where I don't have a private server for it, like all the better. There we go. Lots of wood. If I pull up my inventory, I do look like I have limited inventory space. So I got some rocks that stack up to 10. Some mustard seeds, some more rocks, some daisy. Alright, let's see what else we can do. Is like just X, like put my weapon away? No. See? Let's see here. Show high keys. Oh, cool. There we go. Move, teleport, hold T. Alright, that's cool. Auto run is Q. That's good. Guiding wind is G. I don't know what that means. Map is M. I'm in like this is a huge area. Primary and secondary. Okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, the game has magic, King. It's tied into your gear. So your gear is where you get your skills. So like if I hit C here, it says spells, but I don't have anything that gives me a spell yet. So I can switch between my inventory and my spells right there. All right, let's tab and craft again. Okay, these are, I can make more of that. That doesn't, maybe I need to go to a crafting station. I guess that's the shrine up there. And I guess this is where my plot of land is. So far, the trees have yet to come back, and I'm wondering what the respawn rate on a tree might be.
I think when you chop one down, it's down forever.
Well, how do they come back?
There's certain trees in the forest that come back, but not in the open fields.
One just popped in.
Oh.
There we go. The game was listening. All right, let's see here. Let's equip my hammer. There we go. Let's see what I need to build. All right, now.
I'm figuring that when I don't know if it's set up like that now, but I'm figuring that when you actually build and start developing your plot of land, I figured that if you've got trees that are on it, if you chop it down, it may stay down. Because it would kind of stink if you chop down a tree so you can build a house in an area, if that tree were to try to keep coming back all the time.
Yeah.
It's more along the lines of, I think probably structures might have something to do with whether or not a tree will come back.
I wonder. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Oh, all right.
I don't know. I've watched some of the stuff that Asmongold was doing, but I didn't see them go into that. But it would make sense because if you've got a nice little place, but the only thing there keeping you from building is a tree, and you chop it down, and you build a house, it wouldn't do to have that tree keep coming back.
Right. So there is no class system in the game. It's going to be driven based off your weapons and gear. So you're going to create your own class in that. And the fact is also it's got a player-driven economy, which means that like the incentive will come in from a monetary perspective. So it's like if you're like, oh, what should I do? And it's like, well, imagine if I just like walking around and gathering, or something like that. You can supply the markets and people build like crazy buildings and things like that. The land ownership and thing is interesting. And, when it comes down to the clans as well, like that's going to be neat to see. All right. I wonder if I can use, there was somebody who crafted something or that was already here, or we'll see. Pottery kiln. What do we need? So bricks, clay. I need to figure out how to get clay and charcoal. Clay and charcoal. That's what that needs. Stone anvil. Iron axe head. Oh, okay. Blacksmith's workbench. Okay. Fascinating.
One of the good things about clan membership and building is that if you can, I think you can set your plot of land to personal or clan wide, so that way you could literally share your land with the clan. So if somebody is like wants to build like a big castle or something that might actually take up more than one plot of land, then by sharing your plot with the entire clan, as long as that clan member is building, you're sharing it, so you're part of it, and so they can continue on building.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that.
If that is indeed the way that it works, and I think it is, then that's really a good advantage, because a lot of MMOs that do allow clan building, the actual plots of land or whatever are still individualized. So you have to do a lot of coordination between members of the clan. It's like, okay, you're going to build this structure here, I'll build mine over here. But with being able to just pool everybody's land plots, then it doesn't really matter, because you can pretty much put anything anywhere you want.
Yeah, that level of persistence and being able, because that player agency over the world itself, that's freaking cool. Thank you guys, by the way, for the 26 likes on the stream. It means a lot. Because I have a feeling that a lot of this stuff is player created. That, like, when you step into the game, like, there's no, like, all right. And I guess that there's, like, obviously peaceful areas, but when they talk about PvP, it sounds like there might be like even more interesting things at stake. Visually, this is very stunning. Here I am running into the woods.
I'm figuring that when full PvP goes in, they will probably have something like Star Citizen has, like an armistice zone, where in the main town areas or the more developed areas that players might build, like if they've built a clan has built a town or something like that, if they've like put guards in the town, I'm sure it will end up being able to do that as well at some point. But if they put guards there, it might actually make it where you can't actually do PvP like within a certain radius of the center of the town. Probably the more the outskirts and outside of town will allow it, but inside it'll be safe. So
yeah, all right, they have swimming.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, I like I said, obviously I don't know for sure, but if things are going the way that I think they're going to go with it, it has the potential of being one of the better sandbox MMOs that has ever come out.
Oh, I've now found a place I can make charcoal. This is locked. Okay. Now, yeah, it has a, like, that's the thing. Its potential is kind of is the key word here. The Nevulink says that they have a tree in their living room. Open door. Okay. Wow, this is so cool. Salmon. It's a bed. Interesting. Nuclear's decorated chest. Private container. I think that somebody put time in and built this. Oh my gosh, and I'm walking in it. It's in my world. This is great. Higher tier resources will be in the PvP areas. That makes sense. Also, what's interesting is someone's asking if your skills stay with you. I don't know. I think they actually are tied to the gear. So your gear will determine your skills. So I don't, who knows how that, you know, in the long run, how that feels. What's up, Ryden?
And I really like that approach. So, and when you get into the whole player crafting element where they start, you know, crafting armors and clothing and such like that, and are able to attach skill mods and such like that to the armor and clothing, then you could basically literally have your own class just strictly based on what your character's wearing.
Yeah.
And you want to become a different class, just put on a different set of clothing.
So I think some of y'all have watched more of like Asmon's. Like what should I be doing? Because I was trying to find ways to get clay. Does anybody know how to get clay? Like, is that me hitting the ground? Like, is that? Oh, I can punch. That's nice. Let's see here. Let me equip that axe again.
I'm actually not sure where the clay is. I know that he was talking about he was farming some, so but he didn't. I don't remember him mentioning it. It's like I came in on one of his later videos in his series, so I didn't see what he did in the previous video. If it's anything like Minecraft, you might find clay near water.
Ah, yes. Death Monkey says go near water. I'm gonna follow this guy. Swim, swim, swim. I'm looking. Right now I don't know what I'm looking for, so it's just like, alright. Is it in though? Like, no? Looks like big brown spots. Cool. Thank you. Water by mountains. Okay. Is having my axe out causing any of it to not pop up or show or something?
Not sure.
Does swimming cost stamina? Yes, it does. People gonna drown. Oh, that monster's attacking. Oh, he killed it. I didn't think there was combat. Nice.
Yeah, there's some PvE. It's just it's scattered, and there are some like ruins and such like that that you can find that are just loaded with PvE monsters or enemies that will. Oh, and if you encounter a bear and you're by yourself, run.
Yeah, that's really good life advice for everybody.
Well, they're serious because even Asmongold was saying that the hardest enemy that he's faced so far is bears. You know, even the more, you know, like the human enemies that you might fight, you know, in these ruins aren't that much of a challenge compared to the bears.
Yeah,
is what he said. So
on a quest to find clay.
And I kind of like that because it really means something when you encounter a wild animal like that and you're not prepared.
Yeah,
that brings back the old Ultima Online days where you come across, you know, things in the wild that you may not really be equipped for. Mm-hmm. And time to run.
Let's see here. I missed that notification. Welcome in, whoever subscribed or generated that notification. See if I can catch it on the delayed replay. Man, this is an immersive game. Like, it's insane that this is an alpha. Like, I think the quality and so far stability has been really nice. UC Love, thank you so much. There we go. Welcome in. Glad to have you here.
And isn't this using Unreal Engine?
Yes, this is on an Unreal.
I tell you, that engine has got so many applications now. I mean, that's what Ashes of Creation's using, so... Yeah,
Ashes of Creation's on Unreal 5. Yeah. Star Citizen's on the Star Engine. I did a thing. Thanks for streaming. Man, this is great, dude. Well, we'll have to keep. I'm gonna have to keep at it because it's like, you know, PAX Day when they announced it, I was like, that sounds like a lot of the things that I say I like, you know, and I want to make sure that I can figure it out. But also at the same time, this gives the opportunity to provide lots of good feedback. I wish I could play longer today, but you know, it is a work day. Maybe I'll get some good stream time, game time in this weekend after Thanksgiving and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sprint gives you, like, I think I'm walking and then when I sprint, like, it goes faster, but then it puts me in a kind of a faster walking state. They're sprinting as opposed to just straight up walking, and that doesn't burn down stamina. That's nice. Oh,
Try this.
hey! Woo!
Try this. Crouch just before you start sprinting. Someone said in Asmon's stream that if you do that, you actually run a little faster.
Alright, I see what clay looks like. Bricks recipe unlocked. Yeah! There we go, baby. Oh, even more clay. Okay. It helps, like the thing is like, I'm like, oh, what am I looking for? And then it's like, oh, okay. Big old giant red blobs. Sweet. Oh, one more. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, their harvesting nodes are really good.
Yeah, and and I'm assuming it's non-instance, so that means that, you know, from a resource competition perspective, that's a good thing, and that will annoy people. Like the sandbox will annoy people who either have never played a sandbox or don't know that that's what a sandbox is.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna make some bricks, as I feel like that is what I want to do, and then a small campfire, craft item at the campfire. I don't have any recipes here. Okie dokie. And then, well, I have to get back to work. Let's see here. Pottery kiln, yes. Bricks. Charcoal. Fudge. Okay. Charcoal kiln. Charcoal. There we go. Why? Oh, it's privated. Okay. Okay, interesting. We might not be able to make bricks yet. I do think that adding in voice, you know, comms in game will end up being very interesting, you know, because, you know, I know there's people who don't like it, but uh-oh, that means I'm in combat. Yes. Get out of here, badger. Process the badger. Oh, they provide materials. Well, that makes sense. Oh, there's a bear. Oh, hello, deer. Can I catch a deer? Oh. Yeah, I got a deer, baby. Sweet. Dude, equipment. Sweet. Does it have any skills attached to it? No. Thank you. Running the ropes. Says I need to make Oh, Philly cheesesteak, dude. That sounds so good, dude. I'm so hungry. right. Let's see here. It is. Yeah, I've gone a little bit longer than I intended. So I need to get back into it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to let my friend know here. Got to go back to work, but hope and play again soon. Let's see, can I... back to party, I guess. General chat. Oh, cool. Okay. Delete feed. Interesting. Examine F. Oh, is there a friend system? Plan. Skills crafting. Oh, cool. This is where combat-wise. It's interesting. Got coal by killing a monster. Didn't know how to craft it. Oh, cool. Oh, good to know. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this all up. Wish you guys all the absolute very best. Hopefully you have a wonderful and merry Thanksgiving weekend. And hopefully I will see you guys, whether it's in the next video, live stream, or Discord chat or more. Thanks for being here. I'm going to go ahead and see you guys